Hey guys, it's Miss Asbury, and instead of doing an art project for today's video, I thought that instead I would read a book about our artist of the month for May. And our artist for the month of May is somebody that you might know very well. His name is Eric Carle. So Eric Carle wrote a couple books, and two of them you might know. They're very popular. There's Brown Bear, What Do You See? And of course, The Very Hungry Caterpillar. So the thing about Eric Carle is that he wrote these books, but he also illustrated them. And illustrating a book means that you take the book and you draw the pictures. In this case, Eric Carle does it a bit differently. What he likes to do in his books is he likes to take painted paper that he has just painted all willy-nilly with whatever patterns or colors he wanted, and he took that painted paper and cut it up to make different kinds of pictures. Just like here, we've got his nice rooster friend, and all of his pretty colors are made from different kinds of painted paper. So you can tell if you look really close, like this blue here isn't just blue, it's got some yellow, some red, and some orange in it. And that's because he would just mix these colors together. It makes it look more interesting instead of just painting it or coloring it with one color. It gives us a lot of texture and pretty things going on, especially in these tail feathers. So, without further ado, let's read Eric Carle's Rooster's Off to See the World. And on the cover here we've got Mr. Rooster and we've got his friend the sun. Let's see what this is all about. Oop. One fine morning, a rooster decided that he wanted to travel. So right then and there he set out to see the world. He hadn't walked very far when he began to feel lonely. So even though he's got his friend Mr. Sun, he is all by himself. There's only one of him there. He doesn't have any friends. Just then he met two cats. The rooster said to them, "Come along with me to see the world." The cats liked the idea of a trip very much. "We would love to," they purred, and set off down the road with the rooster. So now we've got the lonely rooster, but he's got two friends. So if we add our two cats to our one rooster, how many friends are there now? There are 3 friends. So now we've got 3 friends going down to see the world. As they wandered on, the rooster and the cats met 3 frogs. "How would you like to come with us to see the world?" asked the rooster, eager for more company. "Why not?" answered the frogs. "We are not busy now." So the frogs jumped along behind the rooster and the cats. So we have 1 rooster, 2 cats, and 3 frogs. So how many friends do we have? We've got 3 plus 2 plus 1. So if it's 3 plus 2, we have 5. And then add our rooster, we have 6 friends off to see the world. Look how pretty and green all those frogs are. This guy's got polka dots on his back. Then these two are a little bit more plain, but they're just as friendly looking. Ooh, I love this page. After a while, the rooster, the cats, and the frogs saw 4 turtles crawling slowly down the road. "Hey," said the rooster, "how would you like to see the world?" "It might be fun," snapped one of the turtles, and they joined the others. So I bet they're really going to have to slow down their pace if they have to travel with turtles, don't you think? So let's see, we've got 4 turtles plus our 3 frogs, so that would make 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 2 cats. 7 plus 2 is 9, And then our one rooster, that makes 10. So now Rooster's probably not as lonely anymore because he's got 9 people with him. Because plus him, that's 10. So he's got 9 friends. Let's see if he gets any more. Ooh, that's my favorite color, that kind of blue. As the rooster, the cats, the frogs, and the turtles walked along, they came to 5 fish swimming in the brook. "Where are you going?" asked the fish. "We're off to see the world," answered the rooster. "May we come along?" pleaded the fish. "Delighted to have you," the rooster replied, and so the fish came along to see the world. So they must be traveling near a river to have those fishy friends with them. So now we've got 5 fish. So how many friends did we have before? We had 10 friends. So we're out of fingers to count on. We have all 10 of our fingers. So we have to add 5 onto our 10. That would be 5, 10, 15. So now we have 15 friends off to see the world. Do you think they can add anybody else? Let's find out. Ooh, these fish are so pretty. Oh, we have a night sky now, my friends. The sun went down. It began to get dark. The moon came up over the horizon. "Where's our dinner?" asked the cats. "Where are we supposed to sleep?" asked the frogs. "We're cold," complained the turtles. Just then, some fireflies flew overhead. "We're afraid," cried the fish. Now, the rooster really had not made any plans for the trip around the world. He had not remembered to think about food and shelter, so he didn't know how to answer his friends. So he didn't really think this through, did he? He just wanted to pack up everything and go, but he only brought himself. He didn't have any good stuff to leave. He didn't have any food, any blankets, or anything to help them out and make them comfortable. So let's see what happens next. After a few minutes of silence, the fish suddenly decided that it might be best if they head for home. They wished the others a happy trip and swam away. So they're out of there. So let's see, if our 5 fish friends, that's a tongue twister, leave from all of our friends off to see the world, how many friends are left? If we have 15 friends and we subtract 5 friends, that will leave us with, let's see, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 friends. 11 if you count the moon. So let's see, they're in the darkness now. They're trying to figure out what to do. Then the turtles began to think about their warm house. They turned and crawled back down the road without so much as a goodbye. How rude. So now we had 10 friends, so that's all of our fingers. But our turtle friends leave. They crawl away slowly. So if we subtract 10 from our turtles, how many will we have? Let's see. So we start off with 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. So we have 6 friends left. We can use our fingers again. So we got 6 people left. So we can see we've got our 3 frogs, our 2 cats, and our rooster, and the moon. The moon's not really helping though. He's giving us some light, but that's about all he does. The frogs weren't too happy with the trip anymore either. First one, and then the other, and finally the last one jumped away. They were polite enough, though, to wish the rooster a good evening as they disappeared into the night. So our frog friends were a little bit kinder than our turtles. They actually said goodbye, which I think was very kind of them. So we had 6 friends left, but 3 of our friends left. So that would be 6 minus 3. So we've got 1, 2, 3 frogs here, and then we've got 1, 2, 3 friends here. So how many do we have left if we subtract 6 from 3? We have 1, 2, 3 friends left. So let's see what happens next. Do you think the cats are going to stay? Let's see if they're any braver. The cats then remembered an unfinished meal they had left behind. They kindly wished the rooster a happy journey, and they too headed for home. So we've got 2 cats, and they left the rooster. So that would be 3 friends minus 2. So how many people are left? How many friends? Only 1. Now the rooster was all alone, and he hadn't seen anything of the world. He thought for a minute, and then said to the moon, "To tell you the truth, I'm not only hungry and cold, but I'm homesick as well." Do you guys ever get homesick? I get homesick a lot. The moon did not answer. It too disappeared, so not even the moon stayed for our rooster friend. I feel like it'd be really sad to be on your own in the dark. I'd rather be in my own bed with my own blankets. The rooster knew what he had to do. He turned around and went back home again. He enjoyed a good meal of grain and then sat down on his very own perch. After a while, he went to sleep and had a wonderful, happy dream all about a trip around the world. So here he is, asleep on his perch. He didn't go all around the world, but I think he learned some good things. I think one thing he might have learned, let's see, something he might have learned is that when you plan for a big trip, you might want to actually plan it out first instead of just going out with nothing but the feathers on your back, you know? So I think he learned that, and I think he also learned that if he had any friends on the trip, to think about them instead of just not worrying about what they're thinking or what they're feeling, because they were cold and hungry too. That's why they left. Because he started off with how many friends? 15, and they all had to leave because they were cold and hungry. And sometimes, you know, I feel for this rooster, because have you ever been away from home for a really long time, and then as soon as you get back, you're just so happy, and you just flop down on your bed, and you eat your own food, like your favorite cereal, and it's just the best feeling in the world. I feel like that a lot sometimes. So I think this rooster found out that home was really good, and maybe he'll try to travel again, but maybe he'll pack some food and some shelter stuff later. Oh, and that's it. The end. So wasn't that really cool to see all those different pictures, especially this one? I love it because it has a lot of blue in it, but I also love it because Eric Carle put a lot of texture in his collage. His illustrations are called collages because he painted paper, cut it up, and then glued it to make something new. So you can tell where he has cut and pasted all of these different feathers onto our lovely rooster friend here. And then remember, an illustration are the drawings that you see in any of your books. So not only was Eric Carle the author, which means that he wrote the words inside our beautiful book, but he also was the illustrator. He was the drawer, the painter, the artist behind the book. I think that's really cool that he did both, because usually in books, one person does the writing and one person does the drawing. So, but he's the whole package. But that is Roosters Off to See the World by Eric Carle, our Artist of the Month for May. I hope you really enjoyed reading with me and enjoyed learning some counting. I'll talk to you guys soon, and maybe we'll read another Eric Carle book. See you then.